A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. And I'm going to be continuing the last part where I spoke about the union happening after just one night. Alright. Now, as I said in the first part, I also gave you the story of Ananda. However, because we are on the householder's path, our life would be, or our path would be slightly different. But we enter, as in all the people who are in the twin flame journey, when they make an entry in the ascension world, it's always via romance. Alright, romance is the reason why they enter this place or this world of ascension, because at that point in time, whichever relationship they are in, whosoever they are with, they feel like there's a lot of problem. There is a push and pull is never one-sided as well. Push and pull is also something which happens from both sides. One person pushes, the other pulls, then the other pulls and the other pushes. So both the people do that, okay? So there is always a kind of dissatisfaction even in the mind of the ascensioner. They are never sure if this relationship is really meant for them or not. They are also equally double-minded about the relationship. And this is the reason why many a times when they play the runner-chaser dynamic with other people in the romantic arena, many a times it happens that the chaser becomes the runner and the runner becomes the chaser. The role is reversed. And it always happens when the chaser lets go of the relationship, they get very detached from that person, and then the runner returns. It always happens like that, okay? And in many cases, if that does not happen, and we also recommend it, for example, you have been waiting for someone for 3 to 4 years, okay? And that person has not made any initiative. They have literally deleted you, wipe you out, from the face of their earth, their part of earth, or they never connect with you even once. Even to those people, we say that you should not wait for them at all. Those who are also coming and going back to you, even that is not healthy. Even that is very toxic, right? But there are certain cases where you understand that you have done some amount of inner work. You do your healing and then you realize that the other person has also changed. They have changed because they are mirroring you. And as you level up, they also level up. By saying all this, I am simply doing a recap because I still get a lot of comments. And I do feel like addressing certain people because some people clearly do no inner work whatsoever. They do no inner work whatsoever. They continue to wait for that person. I will also share very soon a video on source integration, how source integration happens. And there's a yearning for true love, okay? In case of twin flame ascension also, there is a yearning. And that yearning is for true love. Usually, the recognition stage also appears in the life of a twin flamer when they only want true love and nothing else. They are done with everything else, but they only want true love. But by the time, because it is recognition stage, they still don't know what true love is. The true love, basically the lessons on true love, usually happen in person's life when they enter the field of inner work. And most people, as how human beings' nature is, most people start doing inner work or they enter the field of proper actual inner work is when they go through the separation phase. Before that, they don't do much inner work. Yes, some people I have seen, personally also have seen, some people are initially also very dedicated. They are under some kind of spiritual practice. But, many a times they are also taking it as an escapism to feel good and to feel better. And many a times they also feel that maybe if I do inner work, my relationship will become better or I will attract the right type of person. So the reason behind inner work is not really coming from a very selfless standpoint. When the same yearning turns into yearning for nothing but true love, it will then convert into nothing but truth. Okay, guys, to of my dogs are playing and both of them are very energetic. I've tried to stop them, but they found a glittering ball and now they're just crazy. So if you hear their breathing sounds, please understand they are voiceless beings, cannot really stop them all the time. But they always help us in the channeling sessions, they're always in the therapy sessions. In fact, if I'm doing this work, it's only because of all of my animal companions and animal friends. I have lots of animal friends, and like literally, I have lots of animal friends, okay? And I have dedicated my life to be in such a way, my lifestyle should be in such a way that it should be complacent and it should be connected to the animal kingdom and to Mother Nature. The union is happening in one night, just one night, one more night is left. To explain this, I spoke about Ananda's story in the previous session. However, I know he is a monk and he is not from the householder's world, so some of the people might not connect with him. But I also want to say this to you, that when you want to connect with, union with Source, when you are yearning for nothing but true love, like you've done everything, you're sick and tired of the worldly world, you are sick and tired of romance, which I told you guys in the very beginning. Most people who enter the twin flame ascension world is due to romance. But romance is an illusion. And some of the people got very triggered the other day when I said romance is bullshit. They all started telling me, no, it's not bullshit. Like, not everyone, couple of people, like, it's not bullshit, it's the most beautiful thing. So I want to say this via this download, this channeling, that romance is a clear illusion. Because when you love someone, or when somebody falls in love with you for real, you don't have to say all these things. You don't have to be so sugar coated. You don't have to give them flowers. You don't have to do stuff which is not really absolutely real. I mean, yes, when you are in love with people, you want to take care of them, you want to gift them something, you want to take them out, you want to be nice to them. It's not necessarily it's only for romantic relationships. Even if you love other people in general, your friends or your family members, your cousins, you're somebody, like somebody in the neighborhood, whosoever it is, you love them, you find out, okay, there's something good happening in their life, you will go and congratulate them. If it's their birthday, you want to wish them, you want to, give them something nice. But from the other side also, and from your side also, it will be very natural. It will be so natural, it will be so real, and it would be like, this is where the real runner-chaser dynamic can play. When you have real connection with people and you have fights and you have disagreements and you decide not to talk to each other, you want to stay away from each other. If it's true relationship, it is true connection. As soon as you will be in separation, both of you will have your own lessons and both of you will realize with time that, yes, I think I should do this, or I think I should also do that. But you will both gravitate towards each other. There will be no way that you can stay away from each other. But there is also a requirement of separation, because only in separation you can do preparation work. And this separation is not the type of separation which takes away people from one another. This is the separation which takes you close to God, which takes you close to Source. When you have your union with Source, only then you can have a union in your relationships with other people. And it's not a linear process, or it's not even a happening in one go. So this one night, just one night is left, which means that so and so person, whosoever I'm channeling, this person, I felt this person's energy, okay? This person's energy is so beautiful, it is so divine, it is so full of love, and this person is so much in balance. They are no longer operating from the good and bad world. They are only operating from the realistic world, but they do feel this whole one night, okay? So say they have a feeling something is about to happen in their life, something is about to shift, or something is about to complete. So you get the feeling in the say evening only, or by afternoon you feel something different, and maybe there's pain, maybe there's emotion, maybe there's difficulty. I'm not saying it has to be good or bad feeling, these people are no longer stuck to the good and bad feeling, but there's just one, like some really small thing which is left, which needs to be worked out. But ascension is such a thing that whenever we go through ascension process, God knows, universe knows, source knows how to purify us properly. They know if you're a cloth, if you're a white cloth, a white beautiful cloth that got completely muddy and dirty on planet Earth, when we enter the phase of spiritual ascension, this white cloth, when you came to Earth, you're pure like this white cloth. And this is like the best quality cloth, okay? This is the best quality cloth. It's like the eternal white cloth, okay? But it comes to planet Earth and it gets dirty. There are spots and there are dark spots, like the spots that do not go out that easily. Because planet Earth, or you can say 3D, because Earth is not just a planet. Like for the ease of communication, we say planet, we say plane, we say 3D, 5D, 4D. But technically, this is a place, this is a point where everything is connected. Why do you think all gods and goddesses, all divine beings, all extraterrestrials, everybody, why are they all coming to Earth? What is so special about Earth? There has to be something special about this place, no? That's why everybody is looking at this spot so intently. And if I start entering like really deep metaphysics, most of your minds will get boggled with that information. On and off I do, but I know that lots of people are not even ready for this information. So I have also decided and I have made up my mind that I will no longer cater to people who are not ready for it, because it gives me also a lot of pain and trouble, you know. Those who are ready for inner work, those who have surrendered already, they will be the ones to do therapy, because therapy, see, is a long process. It's a long process. Imagine you've got in your backlog, you've got stuff from 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. You can't expect everything to go away in 2 sessions or 3 sessions or 4 sessions. It will go away. You will start feeling very relaxed. You will start feeling easy. Some people, they go through therapy, they change. They go from being a sad person, unhappy person, to being this happy person. They start enjoying their life so much that there's a big danger that they get stuck in materialistic world. Why? Because now they don't want to do inner work. Now they are back to being where they were at one point in time when they were super chill. They were there. But actual purpose of every single person over here is to do mission work. So even those people, they come back after some time. They come back after 1 year of enjoying vacation, they start getting bored. They only tell me, you know what, I was able to manifest everything. All the worldly things I was able to manifest. But the crazy part was that when it came to me, I no longer wanted it. I don't know what to do now. I'm stuck. Please help me out. That is the humbleness they show after that time. And again, they want to do inner work. So sometimes inner work is not like a day or 2, 3 days, 4 days, 1 year, 2 year. I have been into this since 2009 and 8. And it's 2022 now. And I was doing inner work since my childhood. Can you believe that? In fact, I know this. Lot of you people were into inner work even in your childhood. You can think about it. You can go back in time and think about it. You were very dedicated to God. You were very dedicated to source. But as you start growing up, puberty hits, that's it. Things start changing, you know, which is fine. So this pure white eternal cloth gets dirty. And once you enter the ascension process, it is God's hand that will clean it. It is the hand of source that will clean it. The love of source, the pure love that comes from source will clean it up. And have you ever seen a cleaning process being easy and nice and very gentle? No. In Hindi, we have a word called ragadai. My master says that when you get into ascension process, God will clean that cloth by doing your ragadai. If you translate this word in English, another word is ghisai, ragadai. It's like a war of attrition. I mean, there's no proper word for it. Grinding can be a good word. So you need to enter that process, where you will be washed up. How people wash clothes. If you ever go to India, especially the banks of the river where you have all these washermen and washerwomen, which we call dhobi, You must look at the process. It's insane process how they wash clothes, but they make it so clean after that. It looks so nice. So God is also going to clean that eternal white cloth so that it comes back to its original color and original look and appearance. So we need to be ready for that. We should be ready. Yes, please God, do my ragadai. Alright, no problem with it. Please wash me properly. God has the best detergent. They have the best soap. They have the best people, the best assistants. They will make sure. And that's why a lot of people imagine spiritual ascension is a like dancing and singing and going la 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 la. That's not how spiritual ascension is. But the amazing part of spiritual ascension is that once you enter that process, this type of process, you can't go back because you start enjoying it. So it is enjoyable, then it goes back to this. Then you come back out of it, you have certain realizations, you have certain epiphanies, you start enjoying your time, and then suddenly something is thrown up. Because there are so many layers, layer upon layer upon layer upon layer upon layer upon layer upon layers of stuff that has to go out. So you got to enjoy your inner work, you got to make it your lifestyle, you got to make it a daily process. But the yearning should be towards truth and love and source. And then everything will shift. And I don't want to say this again and again because I'm not giving you some bait or I'm not giving you like some offer. Okay? These are the things that devils do. Devilish people, when the devil or the demon or the Satan, when they want people to join their team or they want people to be on their side, they tell people, I'll make you rich, I'll make you wealthy, I'll make you sexy, I'll make you famous, I'll give you a lot of sex, I'll give you partners, blah, blah, blah. And when people are like, oh, okay, what do I have to do for this? You have to sell me your soul, give me your soul. Alright, take my soul. And then what? Then the devil will always deceive because devil works on taking or stealing other people's energy. While source is so kind and loving, it only gives you energy. It only makes you shine and grow. God wants you to be free, but the devil wants you to be in a trap. So that's why devil will give offers. And you see, ascensioners don't like to give offers. They say, well, you want to try it out? Try it out. It doesn't work out for you? Okay. They'll never force people to do inner work or therapy. They'll tell them, you must do it. This is the only way out. Going within is the only way out. But if someone does not want to do it, alright, enjoy. Live your life. What can I do? Right? So my dear friends, my dear lovely friends and family members over here, because we are all in the same family group, we are all having the same soul tribe. I just want to tell you guys this one thing, that only source, integration and union with source will lead you to union everywhere else. So there is a certain amount of anxiety or certain amount of, you can say, a different kind of feeling they're feeling. They don't know what's going to happen, but they know something will happen. And the night starts, the night begins. And as it begins, say you have your evening snacks and now the night has begun. This person is going through a lot of feelings. This person is not able to understand, like they know that they will unite with source now, because everybody who's working on this path, they always have a yearning to be with source. Always. It always starts with a romantic illusion. It always starts with a wish of 3D union. Everybody says, I want to be back with that person. And after some time, when they do inner work or when they have certain realizations and epiphanies, a lot of people say, oh, this is not meant to be. Whether they are chasing or whether they are running or whatever they are doing, they realize that all this is not required. It's not necessary, because when you love somebody, it's effortless. The other person will feel it, you will feel it. And when you love somebody, even if you have fights, even if you have separation, even if you have other negative feelings, you will still be connected with them in your heart, and both of you will know that. You will have respect for each other. You'll miss each other. And I don't want to say this again and again, because I have seen that a lot of people confuse these words with romance. And here, with this person, they got out of romance long back. Long back they got out of romance. They understood the illusion. They understood the programming. They realized that what is giving them pain is not the other person's behavior, bad behavior or good behavior. It is the expectation they have with other people. When this person becomes completely independent, it's literally like a feeling. It's inside your heart. Many a times, feminines are codependent on masculine energy. So anybody, any man they are with, be it a friend, be it a boyfriend, be it a business partner, be it a cousin, be it even a worker, be it an employee, everybody is going to give them some or the other trouble. There will always be some or the other drama. There will always be some or the other nuisance. Always, without a fail. Maybe 5 days would be good, 6 days would be good, but 7th, 8th day, some drama will happen. Because it is the masculine energy which is distorted. So every masculine who comes in that form, and this is something that most of the ascensioners learn after they are out of the romantic bubble. When they are out of the illusion of romance, the programmed reality, they then realize that it's not just one man who's treating them badly. It's like everybody they hang out with, everybody they connect with, everybody they work with, whatever, wherever they go, they are creating problems. Now this is the next level where you don't heal just a romantic partner, but you heal the energy of the masculine or the energy of the feminine. And that's why a lot of people eventually in therapy, they find out that they are attracting these type of partners because of the mother and father they have. And in many cases, they may have looked up to their mother and father for their whole life. But they did not understand or they did not realize that they never got the correct kind of love or the appropriate kind of love from either their father or their mother or both. Or in some cases, it was some other adult figure who they watched growing up. Or it was maybe the time frame, the society was so bad back then that even if the parents were very nice, maybe the neighbors were very toxic or pokey, and the parents were not strong enough to do anything about it. There are various reasons, and because of this, the inner work must continue for a good amount of time. So those people who eventually enter surrender, these are the people who have integrated with source. These are the people who are on the correct path of inner work. I'm not saying that runner-chaser dynamic will not lead to it, but I'm saying that there is a filtering process that happens during that time, and only those who enter the surrender phase, they are the only ones who will get the spiritual ascension, because 50% people decide to change their mind and they enter a karmic relationship or a solidified relationship, or they make up their mind. They literally make up their mind. They make certain choices, they take certain decisions, they knowingly change the course of action in their life, because they say that spiritual ascension is not for me. This journey is not for me. I would rather get married to someone, or I'd rather do something else. Most of the times, yes, they do seal it with a certain type of a relationship. I'm not saying that those people are happy, because obviously they chose the materialistic world. Everybody here should actually choose the spiritual ascension, but it's not easy, and we should not judge those who don't. Those are the people who eventually turn into false twins, and even the relationships they have with other people are hugely codependent because they did not have the guts to enter spiritual ascension. So that's why they merge into the old earth. They merge with the 3D earth. Their energy will no longer impact you, because you are not the one who left them behind. They chose to leave you. They chose to be with the 3D world. In some cases, their Kundalini awakening stops over there. But after another 10, 12, 15 years, when they have had enough, they can enter back into this journey. And most of the times they do. So I'm talking about the person who is entering union. It is such an amazing phase to be in. Union is also not the final stage of this journey. Yes, I know you guys have heard so far that union is the final stage, but it is not. Your union happens with source, but it does not happen in a day. So the person who has reached to this point where they're just one day behind, or one night behind rather, they have had a beautiful relationship with source so far, with a lot of trials and tribulations, they have finally figured it out that this is all they want. This is all they are looking for. They don't want anything else. But after union, usually mission work becomes extremely smooth because there is nothing else to distract you. So union is also a stage. The final stage of this journey is actually called singularity. When you have entered singularity and you've merged with singularity, this journey actually starts from duality, which is the first stage of this journey, and the final stage is singularity. Everything else is in between, because the merge takes time, and the merge is a process which also happens percentage by percentage. Okay, so here I am being shown that this person is sometimes excited in the same night, sometimes sad, sometimes they don't know what's happening, sometimes they're very excited, sometimes they are happy, sometimes they're crying, sometimes they're very grateful, sometimes they're very angry, sometimes they're confused. It's almost like all of the emotions for one last time they have to experience, because once the union happens, they will become very much neutral with everything. Yes, for the other person, they will become a absolute mirror. Other people will only see in them what they see in themselves, their own selves. They will not have anything to do with what other people are doing or saying. They will live their own life. They will do their own thing. They will react also, respond also. I mean, these are just words, they are used for communication's sake. But whatever is in front of them, that situation, whatever happens with them, whatever is in front of them, that particular situation becomes of prime importance. And it doesn't matter if they believe in goodness or not, or bad, or darkness, or whatever label people want to give. For that particular situation, whatever is the best, the purest decision, the purest action, they will make that, because by this time they have lost complete doership. And that's why most such people are very relaxed. As I said, they might look like whatever, depending on who's looking at them, because now they are not considering anything about like, what do I think? Is it correct? Is it not correct? Should I be like this? They don't care. They have no body consciousness after this. They don't care how people perceive them. They are just enjoying the show, and they are doing their mission work. When Buddha got enlightened at 35, or Sri Ram got enlightened in his late 30s, they became even deeper into the mission work, and they were both opposite of each other. Buddha left his married life to be a monk, and Sri Ram was married throughout. He never left, his marriage, or he never left his marital duties. He did give exile to his wife, because by the time his mission was his number one priority. And for his wife also, her mission was her number one priority. They were both like all about the mission. They did not care about anything else. Sita could have gone back to Ram, and she could have questioned him like, why did you do this, or why did you do that? Or she could have gone to her father's house, because her father had not given her any exile. She could have lived a fancy life from there on. And this is like, back in those days, things are not like how it is today. Things are very different. So many things could have happened. Many choices could have been taken, but Sita was like, no, I just want to live here in the ashram. I'm going to raise my kids here, and I will live under an anonymous name, because my mission as a queen is to give the offspring to the throne who are ready. Because it's the mother. Back in those days, mother was considered to be the first educator of the children, and the children used to spend a considerable amount of their childhood only with the mother. Many a times the mother would give birth to the children in her father's home, or she would go to some better place where she could train the boys or the girls better, and at a certain age she would come back to her husband. And this is what was being assumed of Sita also, that Sita would do the same thing. When she returned the boys, or she gave back the boys, because the boys were with her, so there's no way of returning, she's the mother, but she gave her boys to her husband, and she said that, okay, I've done my duty. They are trained, they've got all their chakras aligned, they have even the divine eye or the divya drishti. They're very powerful boys. Now they need a father. They have been with me. That particular time when they only needed the mother is gone. Now they need the father, they need the paternal energy, they need the masculine energy to guide them, to teach them how to do their duties in life. So I'm gonna give back to them to you. And this is where the public or Sri Ram and everybody else was asking her, to come back, to perform a final test, at least for the sake of the people, because she is a divine woman, she can do that, and she can then be back on her throne and nobody is ever going to say anything to her. But she did not do it, she refused it. She said, I'm not going to give any test, I'm not going to prove anything to anyone, because I don't want to be on that throne. I'm done dealing with people, and I'm done dealing with everything. My time is come. I would have left this body long back, but I was pregnant. I had a child in my womb, so I could not do that. Now, I have done my duty. I have completed my mission work. And she was an ascended master. She got ascended long back. So now I'm going to request my mother to come and fetch me. And the earth just opened up. It just cracked open. And her mother, who's Mother Earth only, her Mother Earth came up. So Sita is actually literally the daughter of Mother Earth. That's the interesting part. So her mother came out from that crack in a very nice, fancy, you can say, throne or a seat. And she said to Sita, my daughter, please come to me. This place is not for you. You have done a lot of work for these people. Now it's time you rest in my arms. And once Sita goes back to her mother, later on, she merges with Lakshmi in the higher dimension, because she was a reincarnation of Lakshmi in Vaikunt. So really there was no separation. There's never any separation. Separation is an illusion. A lot of people think that couple of years on earth, Lord Sri Ram and Sita are not together. Oh, they are not in union. No. Once you go into union, you will find out that they're always together, because they always were together in the 5D. They always had a union in the 5D. So whatever happened in 3D, it didn't even matter to them. It didn't even bother to them. But they realized that they have to leave a legacy behind, and they have to set a good example, especially for the women. The gods of Hindu Sanatan Dharam, all of them, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, they all are the caretakers of feminine power. That's why they reincarnate on planet Earth from time to time, because their core duty is to uplift woman power. To a level, when the woman is established, when the feminine energy is established, when both feminine and masculine merge, eventually the golden age comes. And in the golden age, everybody is equal. Only children are most important. It becomes a children-oriented society. So love, true love, plays such an important role, because we cannot have any relationship, we cannot experience any relationship until and unless we do not understand love. And love is another name of source. Love is another name of truth. It never really goes anywhere. It is we people, we move away. Source never leaves us. Source is never gone. Many people crib and cry, God, why do you do this to me? Why did you leave me? This life is so bad and I'm all alone. No, you're never really alone. It's just that the programming is so strong and the illusion is so strong. I'm here to do my job, which is to create a bridge between illusion and reality. And I'm doing this with the help of my masters. So all the credit goes to my masters. They are the doers, I'm not. They are the ones who are facilitating everything. And they are the ones who are actually doing everything. So true love is such a beautiful thing. In this particular channeling, I'm being shown that this person is experiencing nothing but true emotions, real emotions. So whether they cry the whole night, whether they laugh the whole night, whether they are gloomy the whole night, by the time it's morning, they will have 1000% clarity about union, about what they're going through, about everything. Everything will fall into place after this one night. So on this note, I will close this channeling session. Thank you so much for being here with me. One love and peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.